Breaking news: in a development that could reshape global diplomacy, former U.S. President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin are preparing to meet in Alaska to discuss the war in Ukraine. This is not just another political meeting. It's a high-stakes event with the potential to impact the future of Europe, NATO, and world peace. Here's what we know so far. The meeting is expected to take place in Anchorage, Alaska, strategically chosen because it sits between Russia and the United States. While Trump is not currently holding political office, he has been vocal about his desire to negotiate an end to the war in Ukraine, claiming that he could achieve peace within 24 hours if elected again. Putin, meanwhile, has been facing mounting pressure as the war enters its third year, with Russian forces still locked in fierce battles and international sanctions continuing to strain the country's economy. The war in Ukraine began in February 2022 when Russian forces launched a full-scale invasion. Since then, the conflict has caused over 10 million people to flee their homes, devastated entire cities, and disrupted global food and energy supplies. The United States and its NATO allies have provided Ukraine with billions of dollars in military and humanitarian aid, but a decisive victory for either side remains elusive. This has led to growing calls for negotiations, though Kyiv insists it will not compromise on its sovereignty or territory. Alaska's location makes it a symbolic and strategic choice. Just across the Bering Strait from Russia, it's the closest U.S. state to Moscow geographically. Choosing Alaska allows both leaders to meet on technically American soil while also being relatively close to Russia, making travel and security easier. It also sends a message that the U.S. and Russia can still find common ground for dialogue, even in times of extreme political tension. Not everyone is happy about this meeting. Critics say that Trump's involvement could undermine official U.S. foreign policy, especially since the current administration has taken a hard stance against Russia. Some fear that the meeting could be used as propaganda by the Kremlin to show that Russia still has powerful friends in the West. On the other hand, supporters argue that any dialogue is better than no dialogue, and that finding a peaceful resolution to the Ukraine conflict should be the top priority, no matter who is at the table. So what could actually come from this meeting? There are a few scenarios. A symbolic handshake, showing the world that communication channels remain open. An unofficial peace proposal. Trump could present ideas for ending the war, which may or may not be taken seriously by Ukraine and NATO. Increased tensions. If the meeting is perceived as favoring Russia, it could spark backlash from Western allies. Either way, the political ripple effects will be felt far beyond Alaska. As the world watches, one question remains: will this be a step toward ending one of the deadliest conflicts of the 21st century, or just another chapter in the long, complicated story of U.S.-Russia relations? We'll be tracking every update and bringing you the latest developments as they happen. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more breaking news and analysis.